name is Ejections Pirez, and I'm an astrophysicist, and this is How Can Coronal Mass Ejections Influence Life on Earth? So the sun has a lot of magnetic activity. It's a very magnetically violent place. So when we look at the sun, sometimes we get sunspots, which are dark magnetic storms that come in pairs, and you can see them as dark spots in the sun. We also have prominences, and occasionally you see this kind of loops around the sun. And this is plasma that is made out of mostly electrons and protons. So it has this highly energized plasma that can come out of these magnetic storms. And when they loop back into the sun, they're called prominences. Now, what happens when they actually get ejected? And this is the coronal mass ejections. And the reason we call it coronal mass ejections is because they come from the corona, which is a layer of the sun. When they get ejected, they're called a solar flare. And this can travel a very high distance. It can actually reach up to Earth and have several consequences here on Earth. And because they're highly energized, they will travel to mostly the magnetic field of Earth, but they can actually also affect a lot of aspects here once they reach the planet. And one of them is power outages. Another thing that we need to watch for is if we have any astronauts in space or any humans living in or satellites or a very high altitude, populations can get affected by the direct exposure of this solar wind. So astronauts or high altitude. Another thing that we need to worry about is radio transmissions. And so forth. So these are some of the ways that it can actually affect life here on Earth. My name is Ejections Pirez, and I'm an astrophysicist, and this is How Can Solar Flares Influence Life on Earth?